This time on Bulletproof Tactical, we're going to review the FN 545 MRD. This is a great full-size pistol. I'm going to do a complete review. Continue watching. All right, so the FN 545 MRD. We recently did a review of its baby brother, the 509 Compact, and we're gonna put them side by side just so you guys can get an idea of how much of a difference. This one is, of course, chambered in 45, and you guys can see this one is chambered in 9mm, so you guys can see the difference. This is more for concealed carry. This is more of your full-size duty pistol, okay? So let's go ahead and do a safety check and, of course, start today's review. We always start by checking the firearm. You guys can see magazine is clear, nothing in the chamber. And we do have an additional magazine with no rounds, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with today's review. And once again, this is FN. FN likes to go all out. That's what I said in my previous review. We do have, of course, the threaded barrel, which adds in an additional $100, $200, depending on the barrel you want to buy. So the fact that we get one from factory is great. And we do get factory night sights, suppressor high sights, and of course, we do have our slide optic ready. So you guys can see we do have an optic mounted already. And in my opinion, just looks great. The fact that they're delivering a product that is factory ready to add all your goodies. Once again, we do have a Picatinny rail. We do have ambidextrous mag release, ambidextrous slide lock. Takedown lever is only on the left side. So I love the firearm. I actually really like the looks. They do make the tactical version, which is FDE. This one's black. I really like the black look, I'm not gonna lie. And we do have a 15 round mag capacity, so with one in the chamber we would be looking at 16 rounds of 45. That's plenty of firepower if you ask me, if you would to compare it with 1911, for example, which I know a lot of people love 1911s. I love them myself. Unfortunately, the single stack magazines kind of seems to be the thing that's making them look a bit outdated now. And we do get, of course, another 15 round magazine with an extended base plate for a total of 18 rounds, with one in the chamber, a total of 19 rounds. So not bad. Once again, we do have really nice textured grips, not too aggressive in my opinion. We do get a full grip on this firearm. With the previous one we reviewed, the 509, we had our pinky kind of sliding out of the grip until you inserted the magazine. With this one, you see you enter the mag and you're not getting additional meat. Unless you have huge hands, then probably adding a big magazine would help out, right? But in my case, I do get a nice full grip on this pistol. So let's go ahead and show you guys some specs, okay? We're gonna start talking about specs on this firearm just so you guys can get an idea of what you're buying. The MSRP on this bad boy is gonna come out to it is $920, so it's not that cheap. Once again, once you start adding optic, flashlights, you're looking at you're gonna have a $1,200 gun. But once again, we do get a quality product. The overall weight is 30 ounces. Once again, that's with the firearm unloaded. The barrel is a total of 4.7 inches. Okay, this is a threaded barrel, of course, so it does stick out a little more. The overall length of the firearm, we're looking at 8.3 inches. The overall width, we're looking at 1.45 inches. And the trigger pull, we are looking at 5.5 to 7.7 pounds. So not a terrible trigger. I actually The only thing I'm not a big fan of this firearm, and I said it in my previous review, is the fact that we don't get a manual safety. I know a lot of people like that. This one is just your traditional trigger shoe that has play, okay? So not a big fan of that myself, but once again, I understand the fact that if you're carrying a duty pistol, you don't want to be unlocking your safety and firing. I understand it. So let's do less talking. Let's take this down to the range, put some rounds through it, continue watching.
Everything feels so smooth, man. Yeah,
All right, so we're back from the range. As you guys can see, zero malfunctions. Of course, I was not expecting any malfunctions. FNs are always quality products. And I gotta say, if you have an additional $920 sitting around, I don't think this is a bad option, especially if you're looking for something that already comes optic ready, suppressor high sights, night sights, threaded barrel. You know, this is a whole package. So you don't really have to be adding anything onto it except your optic, of course, and maybe a flashlight. But that's it. If you guys like this review, please leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and leave a like. We'll see you on the next one.